edition of Second Look. I'm Mike Herndon with AL.com. This is my colleague Creg Stephenson. First off, Alabama and Auburn had a couple of games that should have been fairly easy pickings, but one of them was a little closer than anticipated. Craig, what happened with Auburn against Jacksonville State?
It's hard to say. I mean, if you're, Jacksonville State kind of played the game of their life. Auburn, at least for 3.5 quarters, looked like they were, their heads were in the fog. But if you're Auburn, I think you just got to say, write that one off, move forward, which they're going to do. Biggest game on the schedule so far against LSU in Baton Rouge. It's a place they have not won since 1999. LSU coming off what ended up being a dramatic road victory at Mississippi State. So they're riding high. Auburn's got to kind of turn things around mentally before they go into Baton Rouge.
Now, obviously, job one for Auburn will be trying to slow down Leonard Fournette, who scored all 3 touchdowns for the Tigers against Mississippi State. I think the difference in this game may be who gets better quarterback play. Certainly, Jeremy Johnson has not played as well as many have expected out of him these first 2 games. Brandon Harris had his second start as an LSU Tiger, first this year. Did not put up glowing numbers, but really the best thing he did was hand off to Leonard Fournette all night. So I think which quarterback can give them something through the air, can give his team something through the air, may be the difference in this one.
Yeah, speaking of big games in the SEC, Ole Miss coming into Alabama, 2 highly ranked teams. As you said, probably the biggest game in the country this week.
Yeah, certainly. If you look at, certainly Alabama's had the huge win over Wisconsin in the season opener, and then Ole Miss hasn't really played any strong competition yet, but boy, have they put up some points, breaking the 70-point mark in both of their games. Chad Kelly has certainly shown us that he's got that cannon arm that he's advertised as having. They've got a stable of wide receivers led by Laquan Treadwell. I think Alabama's secondary against that group of receivers is going to be a key to this game, and I also think Alabama's offensive line and how well it's able to get some push against the Ole Miss defensive front led by Robert Kimdichie will play a factor on the other side.
Yeah, and Ole Miss, as you mentioned, Chad Kelly kind of that missing piece for them. Alabama didn't play a great game against Middle Tennessee, but controlled things, never really looked like they were going to lose. The quarterback play needs to get better for Alabama going into this game.
That's it for this edition of Second Look. We'll be back next week and talk about how these games turned out.